Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Clinical Biochemistry by Dr. P.K. Prabhakar. Today we are going to talk about second part of the protein synthesis, that is activation of amino acid. In the earlier lecture we have talked about the requirement, two important components of the protein synthesis, that was ribosomes and the tRNA. In this case we are going to talk about the activation of amino acid. So there are, according to what we are going to study, that is we will divide protein synthesis into 5 different steps. So that is activation of the amino acids. It is also called as charging of tRNA or loading of amino acid on tRNA. That is the primitive first part of the protein synthesis, where it is preparation of the protein synthesis, you can call it. Second part is the initiation. Third is elongation. Fourth is termination, release of the proteins, and fifth one is the modification of the protein by post-translational processing. For every step there are certain requirements, certain component is needed for that parts. So our requirement for the initiation part, activation of the tRNA part, is for every amino acid it requires, for the loading of amino acid on the tRNA, it requires an enzyme, that is aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase. Total we are having 33 different tRNA. So this 20 specific tRNA synthetase enzymes loads 20 amino acid on this tRNAs. This process requires ATP plus magnesium ion. So this is the requirement during the first activation of the amino acid or the charging of tRNA. Then comes to the initiation, where protein synthesis will be initiated. The first amino acid in all the cases will be the methionine. So, and methionine, in case of prokaryotes, it is not normal methionine, it is a formulated methionine. So we require formulated methionine loaded on the tRNA. Then we require the initiation codon, that is on the messenger RNA, that is called AUG. We will see why every time we are having AUG, the first initiation codon, that we will see during the initiation steps. Then we require two small and large subunit of ribosomes, that is 30S and 50S. We require initiation factors which initiates protein synthesis, that is called initiation factor 1, 2, 3 in case of prokaryotic cells. It requires GTP as energy source, it requires magnesium as the metal ion. Then elongation process, where full ribosomal complex forms, it requires remaining amino acid loaded on the tRNA. So amino acid loaded tRNA plus elongation factor, 3 elongation factor it requires, that is EFTU, EFTS and EFG. Energy source will be GTP here also, and then it requires magnesium ion. Termination process really requires the termination factor, or you can call it release factor, that is release factor 1, release factor 2, release factor 3. And then in the post-translational processing, we require different type of processing, will be the different type of chemical processing, chemical modification, then structural modification, primary to quaternary structure changes, conformation changes. So for all these things we require different type of components according to the modification processes. So first part of the process of protein synthesis is activation of amino acid. This amino acid activation for the synthesis of polypeptides proteins with a defined sequence, because sequence will be defined by the DNA, which gives you messenger RNA. Messenger RNA decides which type of peptides we are going to get. So that two fundamental chemical requirement must be met. First, the carboxy group of amino acid. Every amino acid will have a carboxy terminal and the amino terminal. So the carboxy terminal of each amino acid will be activated so that it will form the peptide bond during a peptide formation, protein synthesis. So the first requirement should be made here is carboxy group of amino acid will be activated. And second thing is, there will be a link establishment between the each amino acid, each new amino acid which is coming for protein synthesis, plus which type of information is there on the messenger RNA. So according to the messenger RNA, a new amino acid has to come, and this will be done by specific tRNA. So tRNA plays these two roles. Both these requirements are met by attaching amino acid to the tRNA. So I have already told you these two requirements will be fulfilled by the adding amino acid on the tRNA. Attaching the right amino acid to the right tRNA is very critical. This reaction takes place in the cytosol not on the ribosomes. So the activation process is the, I have told you, it is not the part of protein synthesis, it is the preparation of the protein synthesis. So before protein synthesis initiates, this activation should occurs. So this takes place into the cytoplasm, cytosol, not on the ribosomes. Each 20 amino acid is covalently attached to the specific tRNA at the expense of ATP by using magnesium ion, and this is called as charging of tRNA by an enzyme that is called aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase, which we are going to see in detail reactions. During the first stage of protein synthesis, aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase esterify, means this addition of amino acid to the tRNA will be done by through esterification reactions. Each enzyme, I have already told you we are having 20 amino acids, so for every amino acid we require a specific tRNA synthetase enzyme. So we require minimum 20 specific enzymes. For amino acid with 2 or more corresponding tRNA, like I have told you we are having 20 amino acid, we are having 33 tRNA. So same enzyme will do 2 for 2 tRNAs, but it is amino acid specific, not the tRNA specific. So aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase is amino acid specific, not the tRNA specific, because we are having 20 amino acids, we are having 20 enzymes for the 31, 33 different tRNA synthetase. The reaction which is catalyzed by aminoacyl, this enzyme is amino acid plus tRNA plus ATP gives you loaded tRNA with the amino acid plus AMP plus pyrophosphate, which we are going to see in the detail. So reaction is, there are two reactions occurs in two different steps. The first reaction is, both the reaction occurs on enzymes itself. For in first reaction, enzymes, this amino acid plus ATP associated with the enzymes. From this ATP is composed of AMP plus P plus P. So from this ATP, AMP is going to be associated with this one. So we will have aminoacyl AMP, and this two phosphate will come exit in the form of pyrophosphate. This is aminoacylation of ATP. Yeah, aminoacylation of. So this is second reaction where this aminoacyl AMP reacts with tRNA. On tRNA, I have told you at the 3' end we are having C, C, A, and A is the 3' end, so it is having OH. So this aminoacyl AMP reacts with this OH, and then amino acid will be added to the tRNA, and this AMP will be free. So overall reaction is like that one. This amino acid plus ATP plus tRNA, this will be crossed. So finally you will have this one, you will have this one, and you will have this one. So this is overall reaction. This is the summarization of the reactions. In the first step, this is our first step process where amino acid, one amino acid, you can call any amino acid, this reacts with the ATP. ATP means AMP plus PP, pyrophosphate. Pyrophosphate go, so remaining is AMP. This AMP combines with this adenine amino acid and gives you this adenylated amino acid. In the second reactions, this is A, so CCA, A is having OH. This reacts with this OH. Ultimately, amino acid will be transferred to this O, and AMP will be free. So this is the reactions. So in chemically, we are going to say there are two, I have told you. This is the reaction. This is first reaction where adenine amino acid reacts with ATP. This is adenine sugar triphosphate. This is alpha. This is beta. This is gamma. So beta and gamma will go in the form of pyrophosphate. This is AMP reacts with amino acid, gives you aminoacyl AMP. In the second reaction, it is going to react with tRNA. This AMP comes out, and this will be finally we will have aminoacylated tRNA, means loaded tRNA or activated amino acid. This whole reaction, both the reaction occurs at this enzyme, that is aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase. In our cells, there are two types of aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase. So for both the tRNA synthetase enzymes, the first reaction will be the common. So first reaction is common where amino acid reacts with ATP, where beta and gamma will go off and we will get aminoacyl adenylate, means aminoacyl AMP. This is common for both class 1 of synthetase and class 2 of synthetase. Now we will see how class 1 happens, how class 2 is happening. So this is class 1 of enzyme. In class 1, because this is our tRNA, this is our tRNA, and this is CCA portion, because we are seeing adenine, this is A, and this is RNA. So RNA is having 2' OH also, and it is having 3' OH also. In case of class 1 enzyme, first reaction, second reaction occurs in 2 steps, where 2' O first reacts with the aminoacyl AMP. So there will be a bond formation between 2' O and this carbon. So this is which we are having. In the second step, this 3' OH oxygen is going to attack on this carbon, and the second it will detach from the second carbon, and it will finally associate with the 3' O. So this is occurs in 2 steps. This is first step where first 2' O reacts, and then second step 3' O attacks. So ultimately we will have this product. This is for class 1 tRNA synthetase. Again I am going to tell you, reaction occurs in 2 steps. In the first step, amino acid reacts with ATP, where pyrophosphate go, it will give you aminoacyl AMP. The second reaction is where it is going to react with tRNA. That occurs in 2 steps for the class 1 type of aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase. Now we will see in the class 2 enzyme. This is for class 2 enzyme, where in it occurs only in the one step directly. So here directly 3' OH attacks on this carbon and form a bond. So this reaction occurs in one step only. So difference between class 1 and class 2 is class 1, the second reaction occurs in 2 steps. First 2' OH involves, and then second step 3' OH involves. In case of class 2 enzymes, directly 3' OH attacks and forms a bond. For different amino acids, we are having different type of enzymes. So this is for class 1. For these amino acids, we are having class 1 enzyme. For these amino acids, we are having class 2 enzymes, and it occurs. In case of prokaryotic cells, I have told you the first amino acid is formilated methionine. So for that one, we are having a specific type of tRNA, and there it will be formilated. So this is formilated methionine. We will see what is the significance of this formilated methionine during the initiation process. This tRNA is deciding factor. So the proofreading which type of amino acid will go and bind to the messenger RNA will be decided by at this step only. So the amino acylation of tRNA accomplishes two ends. First, activation of amino acid for peptide bond formation. So amino acid will be loaded, activated. I have told you because carboxyl group of amino acid should be activated for peptide bond formation. So this is activation. And second, attachment of the amino acid to the adapter tRNA that ensures the placement of amino acid in the growing polypeptides. The identity of the amino acid attached to a tRNA is not checked on the ribosomes. So ribosome does not have any facility to check the correct amino acid came or not. So that will be done by tRNA in two levels. So tRNA do the proofreading activity by two different processes, two different steps. The first is binding of amino acid to the enzymes and its activation to the aminoacyl AMP in the first reaction of the activation. So the correct amino acid will bind with the correct enzymes. I have told you for every amino acid we are having a specific enzymes. The first proofreading done at the enzyme levels where correct amino acid will react with the correct enzymes. And second is the binding of wrong aminoacyl AMP product at the separate site of the enzymes. So if it is incorrect amino acyl, it will bind to the wrong place, wrong region, not on the correct active sites. So these are the two process by which it is going to do the proofreading, and that will be done at the aminoacyl-tRNA synthetase level only, not on the ribosomes. Whatever amino acid will come to the ribosomes, it will do the peptide 1 formation because it cannot check it. So the proofreading will be done only at enzyme level. So that's all for today. This is how amino acid will be activated, tRNA will be loaded, and charging will be done. Hope you have understood it. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Next day we will see the initiation process, how protein synthesis initiation occurs. Thank you very much.